SMT Nation, we back. Nation, Verizon is set to report their Q1 earnings here in a few weeks. What should we expect? What are we anticipating from the big red carrier? Let's talk about that here in today's video. Link for the article from Yahoo Finance, Global Newswire. I'll put that for you guys in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Please do hit the like button, and then also if you're new here, subscribe, share this video, and don't forget to turn on the bell notifications if you want to make sure you get all of your updates in the cellular tech space. All right, folks, so here's the business, right? Verizon is going to be reporting its Q1 earnings on April 22nd, 2024. Typically, what you get is all of the financial stuff, right? The carrier gets to share information with their investors, and the investors either clap and celebrate and buy more shares, or they capitulate, sell, and, get out of the company or whatever. Right? And those are the extreme cases. In all likelihood, most folks are holding those shares. Verizon pays a hell of a dividend. I think it's like 7 or 8%. Crazy. So they got reason to stay. And, the focus will be the financials. Now, for me, the most important thing I want to see, and probably some of you are tracking too, is whether or not Verizon can turn a positive Q1. We get a lot of lip service from Verizon executives about how things have kind of turned around. They've, addressed their growth issues, and churn and customer losses and postpaid. And, they've claimed that they've done it through My Plan. Now, the thing about when they executed My Plan last year, they executed it in the spring, which means it didn't influence or impact anything from Q1. The reason why this is a big deal is because Q1s are historically Verizon's worst quarter. So this is going to tell us a lot. If Verizon's My Plan is structured in a way that is net add accretive, profitable, allows them to grow, the things that they have said, then we should see an improvement year over year during Q1. And this is the first Q1 that's a full Q1 in which My Plan has existed for Verizon. So what we can do is we can compare this year's Q1 here for 2024, compared to last year's Q1, the year before's Q1, and the year before's Q1. We should be able to pin it up against the previous 4 Q1s and see what Verizon does. What would be positive? What would show us that My Plan is doing something unique? Well, I think if you see that the losses in Q1, because historically Verizon does very poorly in growth metrics, the losses should be less, maybe turn positive, and that would probably be upset of the year, right? To give you guys an analogy, it would be like a 13th seed getting to the Final Four in the NCAA tournament, right? If we saw something like that, I would say absolutely there is something there about My Plan, and it is resonating with the consumer base within the market. That, to me, would be the indication. What we also want to track, though, is we also want to track home broadband. We want to see that the fixed wireless access 5G home internet continues to grow. Business and consumer, right, with respect to residential. Those are the things we're tracking. Those are the things I think are most important. Obviously, free cash flow will matter, revenue growth, device sales, and all those things. And Verizon's been actually surprisingly promotionally active for a Q1. They historically have not been. So we'll see. I do think that Verizon will outperform the Wall Street expectation, which is Verizon losing over 200,000 subs. So we'll see if that's the case. We'll see if the net adds are that bad. I'm going to kind of lean a little optimistic here. I think Verizon will not even be close to losing that many. I think they're going to really beat that. My only thing is, will they actually go positive in a Q1? I think that would be huge for them. What do you guys think? You think that's the case for Verizon? Do you think they're going to pull off the upset and overachieve? Do you think it's because of My Plan? Do you think it's more network related? I often think that sometimes the fact that the Verizon network with 5G ultra-wideband and C-band scaling plays a big part in this too, and those types of things. And then with respect to the home broadband, we want to see it continue to get 250,000 net adds, 300,000 net adds, those types of growth numbers. You guys think they pull it off? Sound off in the comment section below. You're the voice of the people of the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.